everybody. I am here with Brad Miller, and I am so excited. This has been an incredible year for staffing. We are welcoming a new pastor into our midst with Pastor Stephanie. We're also welcoming a new choir director into our midst with Brad. And there's been a bio that's been sent out to introduce him, but you maybe haven't had a chance to read that yet. And so, Brad, would you just take just a moment to tell us what we need to know about you?
Sure. Well, thank you, Pastor Chad. And hi, everybody. I am so excited to be joining the staff here at Bethlehem Lutheran Church. I could not be more thrilled to have been selected to serve in this role, and I'm very much looking forward to it. So thank you to the search committee and to Pastor Chad for selecting me. It's a real blessing. This summer, my wife Anna and myself and our two boys, Nicholas and Lucas, they're 9 and 8 years old, will be transitioning out of our current home here in Morris, Minnesota, and moving to the St. Cloud area, as I have taken a position on the music faculty at the College of Saint Benedict and St. John's University. As the choral director at St. John's, I will be following in the footsteps of the well-known Axel Timer, who has been on the faculty there for 52 years and retired this spring, and just thrilled about that transition. I'm currently, I shouldn't say currently because I just wrapped up my last semester, but have been serving at the University of Minnesota Morris as the director of choral activities here for the past 7 years. So we have really made Morris our home for the past several years, but are looking forward to starting this new chapter. I am a native Minnesotan. I grew up in Malacca, which is about 30-ish miles northeast of St. Cloud. I'm sure most of you are familiar with that little town, and have been a professional choral conductor and educator for the past couple of decades. I started my career as a high school choral director at Blaine High School, and then did graduate school for 5 years, and I've taught on the faculties of Iowa Wesleyan College in Mount Pleasant, Iowa, which is in the southeast corner, and also here at Morris. I am a Lutheran college graduate. I went to Concordia College in Moorhead, and as well as my wife, and that's actually where we met. Although we didn't get married until several years after we graduated. I've also been a church musician for many years. Currently, just wrapping up my tenure here as choir director at First Lutheran Church in Morris. I've also been the choir director at Glendale United Methodist Church in Savage, Minnesota. And when I was doing my doctorate at the University of Arizona in Tucson, I was the director of traditional music ministries at St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church, which was a huge program with an 80-voice choir and a full in-house volunteer orchestra, and just really a music ministry that was on fire. And it was just really, really exciting to be a part of that program. And I look forward to this next step in joining the music ministry team here at Bethlehem.
Well, we are certainly excited to have you come on board. This is just going to be a fantastic year coming up here. I mean, one, because it's been a crazy year that we've been through, and we're fully anticipating beginning in September to be able to rehearse and sing again as a choir. And here's my next question. What do you want to say to those who have been in choir or are thinking about joining choir, especially given the fact that it's been a year since this group has last met?
Yeah, gosh, for those of you who have been in choir before, I would enthusiastically invite you to return again. Hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed that this happens and we're back to normalcy here, or at least close to normalcy in the fall. I think that in so many ways, church choirs have been almost hit the hardest with this, because those of us who have been in higher education, myself and my students, we have been able, though it's looked very different, we've still been able to gather and to be able to sing together. Though we are distant, though we have been distanced and masked and doing recorded performances instead of live performances, we've still been able to have that wonderful experience of making music together, and that communal experience as well. And for church choirs, we just sort of got cut off last March. and we've been grieving. I think I have been grieving, and I know my choir members here at First Lutheran have been grieving as well. So I would enthusiastically invite you to return and and we will experience this kind of rebirth together as we dive back in and start raising our voices together to praise God. And I'm really, really excited to be a part of that with a church choir as we sort of regroup and move forward. For people who've been thinking about choir, but haven't sort of quote unquote taken the plunge, I would encourage you, if you're feeling that call, to give it a shot. This experience, not only musically, in this sort of a worship experience, but also communally. I think choirs are a really special community, just like other small groups and other ministries. This is a really special experience that's really relational. So it's not only about the music, it's about the people and doing something together to make something as genuine as we possibly can and as good as we possibly can for the glory of God. So I'd encourage you, if you're feeling that little tug, give it a shot. There's no pressure, if it's not a good fit for you, to continue for the next 20 years of your life. But if you're feeling it, please come and join, and we will welcome you with open arms.
So does that include everybody, like even people like me? I mean, do you really want that? How good are you to teach music?
Yeah, I believe that everyone who wants to raise their voice and worship God in this context should have the opportunity to do that, regardless of your age, regardless of your experience level. If you are willing to come to rehearsals and engage with the music and engage and be a part of that community and work toward that common goal of lifting our voices in the best way that we possibly can, to praise, to worship, to pray, we will welcome you with open arms, even if you think you're not the best singer in the world. There's strength in numbers. I've often talked about, choral music is really special because you've got people on either side of you who are there. Kind of, if you think about Charlie Brown and Linus, he's always got that Linus blanket, right? And the people on either side of you are kind of your Linus blanket, and allow you, I think, if you will allow yourself to be vulnerable and just go for it. I think that there's some comfort in that too. So just know that this is a place that will be welcoming for all people of all experience levels, all ages. I look forward to hopefully inviting some folks who've never been in the choir before.
Well, Brad, thank you so much for the conversation today, introducing yourself, and the words of encouragement for all of our current and future choir members here at Bethlehem. On behalf of the congregation, seriously, welcome, and the best of luck as you transition from your current place of employment and residence to your new one here in St. Cloud.
Well, thank you for taking the time out. It's my honor to be here with you, and I look forward to meeting so many of you in late August and in the early fall.